As the film starts, we see a woman named Vari traveling at night with her daughter Min. They are playing together, but we notice that Vari keeps ignoring phone calls. She then tells Min they will play a new game. Vari says she will count to 10, and after that, Min should hide, and then Vari will find her. After counting to 10, Min hides, and Vari stops at a petrol pump. She fills the car with fuel to delay her journey. It is clear that Min is hiding while they are traveling, but the reason for this is not explained yet. Vari then goes into a shop to buy food. While inside, she tries to avoid the CCTV cameras, as if she is hiding from someone or doing something wrong. When she returns to the car with her bags, she suddenly realizes that Min is not inside the car. She panics badly. A moment later, Min appears from the side and scares her. Vari finally feels relieved. They continue their journey. After driving for a long time, Vari becomes very sleepy. A speeding truck almost causes an accident, but she narrowly avoids it. Because of this, she decides to stop the car on the side of the road and rest for a while. In the morning, someone knocks on the car window. Seeing the police officer makes Vari nervous, as if she thinks she has been caught. But the police only warn her that the area is dangerous and that bandits come there often. They tell her she was lucky and should leave immediately. Vari agrees and drives away, but she carefully checks to make sure the police are not following her. Eventually, she reaches her mother's house, which is located in a very quiet and empty area. Inside the house, Vari takes Min to a room where she used to stay as a child. She shows Min marks on the wall where her mother used to measure her height. When Min stands there, she is exactly the same height as Vari was at that age. They begin settling in, and we secretly see that Vari has a revolver in her bag. Suddenly, there is a knock at the door, which scares Vari. Before opening it, she warns Min not to touch the curtains. When she opens the door, she sees a man named Nati. He is the caretaker of the house and used to be her mother's driver. He has been looking after the house for years. Vari asks him to help with some work. Nati tells her that his house is nearby and that she can call him if she needs anything. As he is about to leave, he notices the curtains in Min's room moving. Vari sees this too. After Nati leaves, Vari rushes to the room and scolds Min for opening the curtains. Min denies it and insists she did not touch them. Vari does not believe her. If Min didn't move the curtains, then who did? Later, Vari unpacks her bags and we see that she has a large amount of cash, which she hides carefully. She then goes to the bathroom to wash her hands. While doing so, she suddenly feels someone touch her shoulder. When she turns around, no one is there. She assumes it was just her imagination. After eating, Vari and Min sit together to watch TV. As soon as the TV turns on, they see a strange shadow on the screen that looks like someone breathing. Min gets scared immediately. The TV suddenly turns off on its own, and at the same time, the weather outside becomes bad. Vari also feels scared, but she does not show it to Min. To comfort her, Vari takes Min to sleep with her. Before going to the bedroom, Vari notices a locked room in the house. When Min asks what is inside that room, Vari says she does not know because she has never been inside it. The next day, while Vari and Min are eating, the house lights start flickering again. Suddenly, Min sees a terrifying ghost standing behind Vari. Min screams loudly. Vari thinks Min is just afraid of the darkness. She remembers that there is a generator in the house and takes Min with her to turn it on. When they reach the generator, Vari is surprised by its size. It is very large, almost like it could power a factory. Even after many years, the generator starts working as soon as she presses the button, and the lights in the house come back on. That night passes peacefully. The next morning, Vari and Min start playing hide and seek. Vari hides under the bed, and Min tries to find her. Min enters the room where Vari is hiding, but leaves without checking under the bed. After a moment, Vari crawls out from under the bed to surprise Min. Then Vari sees something strange. Min has stopped playing and is sitting on a chair drawing. She is wearing a strange mask. Vari wonders where Min got the mask from, but does not say anything. Suddenly, Min jumps and catches Vari, snapping her out of her thoughts. Vari looks again and sees Min standing next to her. She is confused. Who was the Min sitting on the chair? Was it just her imagination? Was it the masked Min? Or was there really a ghost living in the house? Vari does not say anything, but fear slowly grows inside her. That night, something terrifying happens again. Min becomes extremely scared of a frightening ghost. She is so afraid that she does not want to stay in the house anymore. Whatever is in the house seems to be targeting Min more than Vari. Vari becomes deeply worried. Min wants to leave the house, but Vari knows they have nowhere else to go. With great difficulty, she calms Min down and helps her fall asleep. She explains that they cannot go back to Min's father's house because it no longer belongs to them. This house is the only place they have left, and they must stay here. The next morning, Vari is playing with Min again. While playing, Vari suddenly sees the same little girl wearing a mask. Vari thinks the girl might have come from outside. When she goes closer to check, the masked girl starts running away. Vari runs after her, but after some distance, the girl suddenly disappears. Vari becomes very confused and scared, not understanding who that girl was. Just then, Vari hears Min screaming upstairs. She immediately runs to Min's room. At first, she is so scared that she cannot even open the door. When she finally opens it, she sees something horrifying. All the furniture in Min's room is floating in the air. Vari is terrified. She does not see Min anywhere in the room. In reality, Min is hiding inside the closet, scared of the ghost, but Vari does not know this. Suddenly, the closet doors slam shut on their own. Slowly, all the floating furniture falls to the ground. Vari screams Min's name again and again, but Min does not answer. Vari searches the entire room, and then the whole house. She even goes into the nearby forest with a torch to look for Min. After searching everywhere and finding nothing, she becomes exhausted and decides to go to the police. A police inspector arrives at the house to investigate. As soon as he sees Vari, he notices scratches on her face. He also sees that the tiles at the entrance of the house are broken. When he looks upstairs, he finds that part of the roof is damaged, as if it fell down and broke the tiles below. The inspector starts questioning Vari. She tells him everything that happened, including how she saw a masked girl, chased her, and then later found Min missing. She also explains how the furniture in Min's room was floating in the air. The inspector does not believe her story. He finds it impossible that furniture could float without any reason. The inspector then asks about Min's father, Vari's husband. Vari lies and says that she left him many years ago. After checking Min's room, the inspector asks Vari for a photo of Min so they can continue the investigation. Vari tells him that she does not have any photo. All of Min's pictures were in her old phone, which she lost when she arrived. She also does not use social media, so there are no photos there either. Because of this, there is no proof that Min ever lived there. The police collect whatever evidence they can, but none of it proves that Min was ever with Vari. At that moment, Nati, the caretaker of the house, arrives after seeing the police outside. When the police ask him about Min, he says that Vari came to the house alone. Vari becomes upset and tells Nate to remember that day when he saw the curtains moving upstairs. She says Min was there, but because Vari never showed Min to anyone, no one believes her. Now the police start thinking that Vari might have a mental problem. They begin to suspect that maybe Min never existed at all. The inspector asks Vari where she came from. This time, Vari tells the truth. She says she came from Bangkok last week. She explains her entire journey and all the places where she stopped. The inspector checks the CCTV footage from those locations, but in none of the CCTV footage is Min visible. As we saw earlier, Vari was always hiding Min from the cameras. After understanding everything, the inspector comes to a shocking conclusion. He believes that Min may never have existed in the real world. Because of this, he decides not to file a missing person report for Min. One night, Vari can no longer stay silent. She goes to the police station and tells everything honestly. She says she really has a daughter and brought her from Bangkok a week ago while escaping from her abusive husband. She admits that her husband used to beat her and that she secretly ran away. While crying, she also confesses that she shot her husband before leaving, knowing this could make her a criminal. Vari tells the police that she suspects her husband has kidnapped Min because he is powerful and works as a journalist. At the police station, she angrily calls her husband and accuses him. He denies everything and says he does not even know where Vari ran away to. The inspector takes the phone, explains that Min is missing, and asks for Min's photos. After this, the police officially file a missing person report and begin searching for Min. The inspector, police officers, villagers, Nate and Vari search the jungle for hours, but they find nothing. Tired and helpless, they return to Vari's house as it starts raining. Inside the house, the inspector notices a locked room. Vari says it has been locked for years and she has never been inside. Ignoring her words, the inspector breaks the lock. Behind the door, they discover a hidden basement. Inside the basement, they find machines and a glass chamber, showing that secret experiments were done there. A strange black burn mark is found on the glass cabin, and the same mark appears on the floor of the room above. That mark is directly under the closet where Min disappeared. The forensic team is shocked by these findings. Despite all efforts, Min is not found. The inspector has no answers and no hope. Broken and silent, Vari stays alone in the house as night falls, while the police leave. As soon as Vari lies down to sleep, she feels that someone has entered her house. It could be Min or someone else. Frightened, she calls the police inspector and then picks up her gun to check the house carefully. She soon sees a little girl who looks like Min, counting from 1 to 20. When Vari moves closer, the girl runs into Min's room. Vari follows her and sees the same terrifying scene again. The furniture in the room is floating in the air. The girl hides inside the closet. When Vari opens it, the girl suddenly pulls her inside. Vari feels like she is falling into a deep well, falling endlessly until she faints. When she wakes up, she finds herself inside the same glass chamber seen earlier. Her mother is standing in front of her. Vari is shocked and emotional, and seeing her mother brings back memories of her childhood. The story now shifts to the past, to the year 1991. Young Vari is excited because she is supposed to go on a family trip with her parents. But once again, her mother gets an urgent call from work. Something has gone wrong at a dam, and she must leave immediately. The trip is canceled. It is revealed that Vari's mother is an engineer. We learn that she has been working on a secret project for years and has failed 35 times. During the 36th attempt, they turn on the machine again. The ground shakes, a black circular hole appears, dark clouds form, lightning flashes, and a candle falls out of the hole. This shows that Vari's mother is building a time machine, and the candle has come from another timeline. Excited, she wants to perfect time travel, but the machine is still unstable. When she returns home, her family's upset because she has ruined their plans again. Her husband yells at her, reminding her of her responsibilities. In anger, she says she has no time for Vari. Hearing this, young Vari is deeply hurt. To make up for it, her mother plans another trip the next day, but her focus is still on her experiment. A month later, a major argument happens between her and her husband. In anger, Vari's mother grabs the steering wheel and jumps out of the moving car. Despite Vari's cries, she does not stop. A truck crashes into the car, killing Vari and her father. This reveals the biggest twist of the story. Vari, the main character we have been watching, actually died in 1991 on March 14th. After the accident, Vari's mother is completely broken. She keeps repeating the date again and again and becomes obsessed with going back in time to fix that day. Even after years of therapy, she cannot escape the guilt and believes she caused their deaths. One day while at the dam, a wormhole suddenly appears. Her sandal falls into it and later appears in the past, before March 14th, 1991, during the first successful activation of her time machine. This reminds her that the machine once worked. Filled with new hope, Vari's mother returns to the time machine, takes a deep breath, and starts working on it again, determined to change the past. After many days, months, and countless attempts, Vari's mother finally succeeds in making the time machine. When she tries to set it to March 14th, 1991, the machine suddenly stops. All her hope breaks, and she loses control. Angry, tired, and heartbroken, she hits the machine again and again. Without realizing it, she presses the right button, and the time machine starts working once more. A black hole appears inside the glass chamber. This time, Min falls into it. This reveals the truth. Min did not disappear because of any ghost. A wormhole opened in the chamber, connecting the year 2024 to the year 1991. That is how Min, who looks like Vari, came into the past. Vari's mother believes that since she has lost her real daughter, this girl is now her only support. She gently picks Min up and takes her to the bedroom. Min keeps sleeping peacefully. When she wakes up, she does not realize she is in another time, because the house looks exactly the same. Min looks for her mother, Vari, all over the house. When she cannot find her, she starts calling her name and begins to cry. Vari's mother comforts her, calls her my love, and promises herself that she will not repeat her old mistakes. This time, she will not ignore the child like she did before. We also see Nati, the same man from earlier. He was Vari's mother's driver. When he asked who the girl is, Vari's mother lies and says she is a relative whom she has adopted. Vari's mother starts living a normal life with Min. She takes her shopping, to the park, and on walks, and treats her like her own daughter. Min becomes happy and slowly forgets Vari. Still, deep inside, Vari's mother misses her husband and her real daughter. She decides to use the time machine again, hoping to go back to March 14th, 1991, the day her family was lost. She sets the date and turns on the machine. The scene then cuts to the present time, the year 2024. There, Vari sees Min wearing a mask. This is the real Min, playing hide-and-seek while wearing the mask. During the game, Vari's mother goes into the lab. As Min hides, the timelines cross again. Min runs toward the closet, and at the same time, Vari follows her. That is why the furniture starts floating. When Vari opens the closet to check on Min, she is pulled into the past timeline. This is how Vari ends up in the year 1991. The scene cuts again. Vari wakes up inside the glass chamber. She is shocked to see her mother standing in front of her. She feels both happy and confused and keeps calling her Mom, but Vari's mother becomes frightened. She has never seen this grown woman before and does not know who she is. She does not understand why this stranger is calling her mother. Vari believes that she has died and reached the afterlife, where she has reunited with her mother. Overwhelmed with emotion, she takes out a gun from her pocket. Seeing the gun, Vari's mother panics and tells her to put it down. The scene then cuts to the present time, the year 2024. The police inspector comes to Vari's house but cannot find her anywhere. He searches the house, the forest, and all nearby areas, but Vari is missing. Inside the house, he finds large amounts of cash and weapons. This proves that Vari did not run away, because she would have taken these things with her. It becomes clear that Vari has disappeared. The scene cuts back to 1991. Vari's mother takes the gun from Vari, locks her inside the glass chamber, and leaves. Vari screams and begs her to listen, but her mother walks away. Back in the present, the inspector continues his investigation. While searching the house carefully, he finds old photos of Vari's parents. He calls Nati and asks about them. Nati explains that the woman in the photo is Vari's mother. He tells the inspector that she was a professor and also an engineer at a nearby dam. When asked about the secret lab in the house, Nati says he knew nothing about it. He only knows that Vari's mother suddenly left everything about 30 years ago. Time passes in both timelines. In 1991, Vari remains locked inside the chamber, weak from hunger and thirst. One day her mother brings her food. Nervously, she asks who Vari is and why she came there. Vari explains that she lives in this house in another time. She says she was searching for her daughter Min, who was hiding in the closet. When she opened it, she somehow ended up there. After hearing this, Vari's mother becomes afraid of losing Min. She locks Vari inside the chamber again and leaves. She has now accepted Min as her daughter and does not want to give her up. She tells Nati to keep watch over Vari. As days pass, Vari feels desperate and suffocated. She knows she must either find Min or escape. She pretends that she cannot breathe. When Nati opens the chamber to check on her, Vari pushes him aside and runs. She rushes up the stairs toward the locked basement door. From inside, she hears Min counting while playing. Before Min can see her, Vari calls out to her. At that moment, Vari's mother arrives and pulls Min away. At the same time, Nati manages to grab Vari from behind and stops her. The scene cuts back to the year 2024. The police and forensic team are desperately trying to find Vari. No one understands how this strange house seems to make people disappear. While studying the case deeply, the inspector finds an old police file connected to this house. The case was recorded in 1991. As she reads it, she notices something shocking. Among the evidence is a revolver. The inspector sends it for forensic testing. When the report comes back, she is stunned. The revolver was bought in the year 2020, and it was purchased by Vari's husband. This makes no sense. How could a gun from 2020 appear in evidence from 1991? The file also contains a page with a phone number written on it. This surprises the inspector even more. That phone number belongs to Vari. The report says the number was found near a dead body inside the same house in 1991. After connecting all the clues, the inspector realizes the truth. Vari herself must have traveled back in time. That is why her gun and phone number appear in the 1991 case. The inspector also understands something even more frightening. Vari died in 1991. This realization makes the inspector extremely tense. She now wants to save Vari in the past, even though she has no idea how. The scene then shifts to the year 1991. Vari's mother has strictly ordered Uncle Nate to make sure Vari never leaves the glass cabin. Nate keeps watching her. Feeling bored, he turns on the radio. The announcer says the date out loud. It is November 24th, 1991. Hearing this, Vari is shocked. She asks Nate, "Which year did you say?" Nate casually replies, 1991. What's so surprising about that? For Nate, it means nothing. But for Vari, it confirms the truth. She has gone back in time. Vari tries to explain everything to Nate. She tells him she is the same Vari, but from the future. She says his sister is her mother, even though she does not recognize her. She also explains that her daughter Min must have come here too and is being kept hidden. But Nate does not believe her at all. He angrily tells her to be quiet and says that the real Vari died months ago. Back in the year 1991, we see Min having dinner with Vari's mother. Suddenly, Min sees a terrifying ghost standing behind her. It is the same ghost that scared her in the present time. Min screams in fear, and the scene cuts to 2024. In the present, Vari's husband, who is a journalist, arrives to investigate the case himself. He wants to find both Vari and his daughter Min. After learning everything, he asks the inspector about the unidentified girl's body found in the house in 1991. The inspector says that even today, no one knows who that girl was. Vari's husband then goes to the house to investigate further. The story cuts back to 1991, where Vari is still trapped. She knows she must escape, meet her mother, and explain everything. But Uncle Natty refuses to listen. Tired of her talking, he locks her inside the glass cabin and guards the basement. This makes Vari furious. In anger, she breaks the glass of the cabin. Hearing the noise, Uncle Nati rushes in with a gun. Before he can shoot, Vary attacks him. She knocks him down and stabs a piece of broken glass into his eye, badly injuring him. The scar from this injury is later seen in 2024. Although she could have killed him, she doesn't because she still cares about him. Vary runs upstairs to find Min. After searching, she finds Min sleeping in a room. Seeing her daughter alive gives her strength, but before she can reach Min, her mother arrives. She forcefully pulls Vary away and demands to know who she is and what she wants. Vary finally tells the truth. She says she is her daughter, Vary, who somehow came from the year 2024. She explains that she does not want to harm Min and has no evil intentions. Vary's mother understands the truth because she herself created the time machine. However, she is terrified that Vary will take Min away from her. Driven by fear, she refuses to listen. She pushes Vary over the railing. Vary falls down and crashes onto broken glass. A sharp piece enters her mouth, killing her and badly burning her face. Her body becomes so damaged that no one can recognize her as Vary. Back in 2024, the investigators had seen this burned and disfigured body, which is why they never believed it was Vary. But now, after connecting all the clues, the inspector finally understands the truth. The unidentified body found in 1991 was actually Vary herself, who died after being pulled into the past. Tears fill the inspector's eyes as she realizes this tragic truth. At that moment, Vary's husband arrives at the house along with a full police team. When Vary's husband arrives, the inspector suddenly loses control. She attacks him in anger, pushes him to the ground, and beats him. She shouts that he alone is responsible for what happened to Vary. Vary's husband is completely confused and does not understand what she is talking about. The inspector then throws a file at his face and says, "This is all you will ever get, your Vary's dead body." After saying this, she walks away. The story then shifts back to the year 1991. After Vary's death, a full forensic team arrives to examine her body. The incident is extremely strange and deeply affects Min. When Vary's mother takes Min to the hospital, the doctors say that Min has lost her memory. After this, Vary's mother changes Min's name to Vary. She leaves this little girl in the same house and later moves away. From that point on, Vary's soul keeps wandering inside the house. The ghost shown throughout the movie is actually Vary herself. She stays there because of her daughter, which is why Min can see her more clearly than others. As time passes, Min grows up and begins to look exactly like Vary. Only then does Vary's mother finally realize the truth, that the girl who entered the time machine long ago was not Min, but Vary herself. Confused and unable to accept this reality, Vary's mother dies. After her mother's death, Min, now living as Vary, becomes completely alone. She later gets married and has a daughter, whom she names Min. For some time, life feels normal, but slowly her life becomes strange and painful again. Her husband, a journalist, begins to control her, abuse her, and beat her. One day, unable to take it anymore, she takes her husband's gun, attacks him, and runs away. But the shot does not hit her husband. Instead, it hits a cupboard where her daughter Min is hiding. Min survives. After this, she takes Min and returns to her childhood home, her mother's house. And this is where everything begins again. In the end, we understand that the entire story is a never-ending loop. Min will always return to this house. She will keep traveling back in time, dying, and being reborn again and again. The cycle never breaks, and this is how the story ends.
अब आओ ना फिर से मिल जाओ ना फिर से जलाओ ना मुझे मिटाओ ना यूं दिल से अब आओ ना फिर से मिल जाओ ना फिर से जलाओ ना मुझे मिटाओ ना यूं दिल से कोई प्यार ना दे यूं जैसे मुझको चाहती है तू ज़माने के जैसी न बन मेरे यार जैसी है तू ज़माना जलाता मुझे लगाती गले फिर से तू मैं गिर के उठा हूँ अभी हर चीज सिखाती है तू मैं लिख आया कहानी अपनी जो बीती जिंदगानी अपनी जो खोया मैंने है वो खोया मैं रात जाग के हूँ रोया मैं लिख आया कहानी अपनी जो बीती जिंदगानी अपनी जो खोया मैंने है वो खोया मैं रात जाग के हूँ रोया 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 ख्वाहिश मेरी रह गई, तुझसे मिलूं मैं कभी, तुझको मैं प्यार दूं और बेशुमार दूं। दिल तो जला है बहुत, इसकी सजा है बहुत, फिर भी तेरा ही रहा, मेरी नहीं मानता। जितना भी चाहूं तुम्हें, मिलना है दर्द मुझे, होता है क्या इस तरह कोई भी इश्क यहाँ। तुम जो मेरी ना बनी, किसको बताता फिरूं ये दाग दिल अपना, किसको दिखाता फिरूं। वक्त बदलता है सबका, तुझको तो इसका पता था, फिर मुंह क्यों मोड़ गई थी, मुझको यूं छोड़ गई थी। साथ निभाना था मैंने, दिल भी जलाना था मैंने, फिर क्यों मेरी ना बनी थी और ये सजा बन गई थी। जिसको मैं जीता रहा था, ये दर्द पीता रहा था। ऐसी निशानी है तू, ऐसी कहानी है तू। मैं लिख आया कहानी अपनी जो बीती जिंदगानी, अपनी जो खोया मैंने है वो खोया मैं रात जाग के रोया। मैं लिख आया कहानी अपनी जो बीती जिंदगानी, अपनी जो खोया मैंने है वो खोया मैं रात जाग के रोया रोया रोया। अब इसके पार है तेरा मेरा ठिकाना, अब इसके पार है तेरा मेरा ठिकाना, अब इसके पार है फिर तुझसे दिल लगाना, अब इसके पार है।